from the south, 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 south side of the side. Your fly is open, McFly. The crowd is open.
Welcome to Lost Culture, your one-stop destination for everything pop culture. My name is Astøn, and I'll be your host for today's episode of Lost Culture presents The Chi, Season 1, Episode 1 Pilot Recap. Now, if you don't know what this show is, it's a new show coming, well, it's on Showtime now. I'm kind of late to the party, just jumping on it. But hey, new show coming to Showtime. It's on Sunday nights at 10 p.m. It's executive produced by Common. The creator and writer of the show is another Chicago native, going by the name of Lena Waithe. But beyond that, I really enjoy this show. This show is kind of like a mixture of like Atlanta mixed with The Wire. And I appreciate it in that aspect because it has the comedy and everything. It has the lightheartedness that lets you enjoy the characters. But then it has that heaviness of The Wire, like the drama aspect that shows you, like, they're both, like, obviously both shows like Unapologetically Black. They both have the vibe of like Atlanta, the vibe of Baltimore. And we see Atlanta more goes into like the culture and everything, which we see in The Chi, while also having like the grittiness of the streets, which we see from like The Wire. But at the same time, we get to see like a special show. Like, it's so unique in its own that it's just an amazing show. I really enjoy this show a lot. So when we open up, one of the main characters we see is Coogie. I really enjoyed him. I wish we'd have more time with him, even though this whole episode we got most of him, like a lot of following him around. But I just wish we had more time with Coogie. Once we get there to the end of the review, we're like, well, if you're watching this, you've already seen the show. I can't believe what they did to Coogie. Like, I seen it like possibly happen. I seen him having ramifications from what he did, but I didn't see it going this way. So when we open up, I think we opened up with Coogie. I can't remember exactly, but one of the main characters I really attached to right away was Coogie. We get to see his personality. We get to see his charismaticness. We get to see his intelligence, how he's talking, how he navigates the streets and everything. We see his immatureness at the same time, because the first thing we see, like, he's like hassling the corner store, and the corner store, he figured out, oh, how much do you guys pay for this? So I'll pay right above that. So how much do you guys get for wholesale? I'll pay right above that, so you guys are still making a profit, and I'm still getting at a discount. Which that's what I do. Like, I make shirts. I go to my homeboy. He gets them for this. He gets them for the low, and I pay him right above that, so he's still making a profit while I'm making a profit at the same time. So it's cool, and we see that happening. We see he gets a drink and everything. Gets the Slim Jim or whatever, and he goes to see this dog, which is in like a drug dealer's like territory. He's petting the dog and everything. We hear the gunshots ring off. We see the getaway cars basically peel out, and while he's running, basically just trying to get away from the situation, he happens to run across a dead body. This dead body is is the son of another character named Ronnie. This guy is Jason. So Jason is basically the spark that we use. I guess Jason and Coogie is the spark that we use to spin off the whole show and everything. We see Coogie go to Jason's body. He runs the chain. He runs the pockets. He takes his shoes. He does all that. Like, obviously, most people, like, who's not from like this, like, why would he take his jewelry and everything? Why would he take a dead person's stuff? But in areas like that, like, it's actually kind of normal. Like, I don't want to say it's extremely normal, but I remember, like, when my next door neighbor, his best friend was a drug dealer. He got like a motorcycle accident and died. He was a drug dealer also. And when people saw he's like dead in the middle of the street, they actually ran up on him, ran his pockets. I think they took his jewelry also. I don't remember what else they took. I was like super young when they did that. But when they did that, like, I'm like, dang, I've seen stuff like that. I haven't seen it, but like stuff like that definitely happens. Like, that's super realistic. I'm glad like they actually used people who from the environment and understood like what happened. Even though like he didn't mean any malice towards Jason. It was just like, Jason's dead. I could kind of use it more than him. Like, super messed up way to think about it, but hey, yeah. So we see Coogie, he runs the shoes and everything. At the same time, with the lookout boy tells him like, hey, 5-0's on the way, you gotta move out. And we see Coogie, like, he gets on his bike and everything. Cops obviously see him. He's running out. I'm I'm like, damn, I wish he's like, because Koogie's hair is super big, long, and everything. I'm like, damn, he definitely know who you are. Like, it'll be easy to track you down. So he hides his bike and everything, get the bright hoodie on, he tucks all of his hair in, gets tackled. I'm like, damn, I thought you were getting away for a second. And from there, that branches out and we get to meet his brother. We got Brandon, who's a chef. He's definitely grinding. He get that homeboy, like, oh, he gets like offered basically a chance to move up to like a better promotion, to a better position. And he's just, I guess he's a crew chef? He's moving up, I don't know, you get to move up to the line. You get to move up to a line chef. And basically, he moves up. We got to see the chef's wife is all like flirting with him and everything, gives him an opportunity. And his homeboy like, damn, bet you smashed that. And if anybody got friends, you know, definitely got work together. As soon as something happened, like, oh, it's like someone like flirting with you or whatever. Like, oh, not even flirting with you, being nice to you. Like, oh, you smashed that, ain't you? You all got something going on. Or if he got an opportunity, like, damn, why you want to move up there for? And he wasn't really like upset at him or anything. It's just like, he's hitting him like, why you want to do that for me? Stay down here with us. We get to clown around. But obviously, everyone we're going to see the vision, see your same vision, and that's what we like. And I know what I'm saying. Lena and Common, basically, them coming together to do this show, they're getting very, like, all the aspects of, like, different life. It doesn't have to be in Chicago. Like, that's just from anywhere, just being, like an urban environment. Like, not even urban, just having friends and everything, growing up. As one might mature more faster than other ones, it's just stuff we run into. And we see that actually coming across on the show, and I really like that. It's super authentic. Going from there, we get to meet his girl. From there, from his girl, we meet his mom, Brandon and Koogie's mom. And obviously, they have a little issue there. Apparently, their father isn't home. There's definitely no father figure with Koogie. We see the mom's drunk. She's erratic, super upset. Super upset. She's going at old boy's girl like for no reason. Everything like, why you need flowers for? What kind of man don't have a car? I like, bro. Like, do you want to ride or not? Like, why does it matter who car it is that you're getting a ride? Like, super serious. Going on from there, we get to see Koogie, and Koogie is a fool. And you see when the cops like basically just put him in an interrogation room, he yells out, police violence, whatever, brutality, and we see like she's just like, man, don't play with me right now. He's okay and sits down. Like, he's not even like, he's gonna do whatever he has to do to get out of the situation, but he's not gonna do it to a point where it's gonna be a hassle for him to get out of the situation. He's just like, okay, it's not working, just sit down. And that's super funny. And that's where we get to see Detective Cruz. Detective Cruz comes in. He's definitely a cop that cares. He's not a crooked cop or anything. We see he's actually getting bullied within the department. I don't understand how you're a grown man getting bullied, but hey, he's getting bullied. We see he cares about Koogie. He cares about what happened. He actually believes him, and he wants him to stay out of trouble. He's like, I'm not about to book. Like, he's not gonna book a kid on a crime that he doesn't think he did in the first place, and he doesn't want to ruin him like that. So when he's out there talking to Brandon and everything, he's like, look, your brother seems to be a good kid. He seems to be intelligent. Just please help keep him out of this dumb stuff, like keep him out of those bad part of towns and everything. And Brandon obliges, like, yeah, I understand. I don't know why he's over there. He's super immature. That's why he's over there touching a dead body and all. But beyond that, I'm sorry. I'll make sure he does better. And just going on from there, we just meet, was it Emit? Yeah, we get to meet Emit. Emit, I really do like, but Emit, boy, Emit ain't like, I love Emit because Emit has that same passion for shoes that I have. I have like a big passion for shoes, so I can identify with all these characters. Emit, he loves shoes. He loves girls. He has his way with ladies. We see he has multiple girls. Kind of a player, kind of an asshole at the same time. When the old girl comes through, like claiming that's his baby and everything, and he has kind of like self-control. He's not like, my favorite part about this, all the characters we learned we get to meet in this episode are not part of like the street aspects of Chicago. These are all like kids who are navigating that scene while staying out of the whole drug era. Like, even though Emit has money problems, now I guess he has money problems, we see he's trying to work. He's going to work. He has a mom who actually cares about him, even though he's doing dumb stuff. Yeah, he smokes weed. Yes, he spends all his money on clothes and shoes and girls. But at the end of the day, he actually gets his money legally from a job, from what we see. He's buys shoes and sells them, it looks like. So he's actually doing the right way. Coogie, good kid, goes to school. Ooh, I don't know if he goes to school or not, but he's immature, has fun, he does dumb stuff like feeding random dogs and everything. But beyond that, he's still a good kid. We haven't met any characters that are actually involved in the street like in the show yet, and that's what I really like. So from there, we get to meet like Emit's girlfriend, little brother, Kevin. Kevin and his friends are super goofy. I love how they show Kevin how hard it is for him to talk to girls, how his friends are teasing him, how cliques of kids are just set up and everything, and how it is for kids. I remember when I was a little kid, especially like where I'm from, we used to cuss a lot, we used to talk about sex a lot. We used to do all that stupid stuff, even though we weren't having sex. We just basically doing what we saw all the older kids and everything doing. Now, moving on from there, we see Kevin really likes this girl, so he joins the school play of, I forget what it's called, not the Wizard of Oz, what's the other one? I can't remember the show, dang. But yeah, we see them, they're doing that. We see Kevin also has another person who actually cares about, not really cares about him, but he has a teacher who's actually showing him life lessons like, oh, as a man, if you say you're going to do something, you got to man up and do it. Even though you might not want to do it and the reason you were doing it may not be your intentions anymore, hey, you got to step up and do it. Like, you got to step up and do it. And I like that lesson that he was given, because we never hear about these people who actually care about these kids in Chicago. We only hear about drug dealers and things of that nature. I'm glad we're starting to see a different light of Chicago with this show. It may not be a nonfiction, but it's cool to see we have stories that just showing brighter lights on these characters. And I'm glad to see that for Kevin. Even though Kevin, he's like not really a tough guy, but we see he's getting mature. His sister like kind of clean him up and everything. She's just like joking with him. And we see he's starting to grow up. And I like to see that. Don't do it outside in public. Like we see all that. I love seeing these kids. This is like, and at the same time, we see when Kevin found out his best friend asked old girl out, we see Kevin runs from her like he's disappointed, so he runs away, which was super funny. I never done anything like that as a little kid, but I can see things like that happening. It's super funny. What else happened? We see Kevin's mad because his friend asked the girl he likes out first, which I think we all had like stuff like that happen to us before. Like, oh, you like the girl, and as a little kid, all of us aren't like on the same level. Like, someone was kind of scared to talk to girls. Then that's what happened to him. His boy asked her out first, caused a little trouble in the relationship, and we see when they're walking home from school, Kevin, and since Coogie decided to go back to the neighborhood where he shouldn't have no place at, and since Detective Cruz did something stupid, because like if you tell a man that his son died and you have a guy in custody that you think might have done it, and when you let that kid go, the first person the father is going to look for, like, oh, is that person you said you think might have done it, especially since you guys had no other clues. You guys obviously had enough against this person to bring him in. They're going to want to do something to him. They're going to want to do something to him. That's what we saw in this episode. We saw, even though Ronnie was not with the shits, he definitely had a gun. And in the moment, he was just shaking him, and the gun went off. He was upset. He saw Coogie was wearing the chain that he bought his son. And when the gun went off, we see kind of like panic, like, damn, I didn't mean to do that. He runs off, ran into Kevin. And now Kevin's in a bad situation. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. And Kevin now has to like worry about his life, because he just, all he did do the killer. Like, he didn't know that old boy did no accident. He just saw they were arguing over some necklace. He killed him. And that's where they at now. Then Emit, we get to see Emit tells Brandon, like, I love how this world is so big, but yet it's so small. Because we see Brandon go to the side of his brother's death. Emit happened to be there. He tells him, like, oh, damn, your brother seems super cool. I bought some shoes off of him. He seems super cool. And from there, like, oh, my girl's little brother. Everyone knows something, but no one knows anything. My girl said her little brother saw something. So that sends Brandon that way. That way, Brandon and Kevin has a new little relationship. And I want to see where that goes. We see Brandon end up giving Kevin his brother's like bike and everything, Cookie's bike and everything. I want to see where that goes. We see Kevin, kind of a little tough guy. You see he plays hard, like, oh, I'm not telling you nothing. But at the end of the day, he's really scared. He tells him, like, if I tell you who did it, you're gonna go kill him. His goon will come back and kill me because I told you. And there's gonna be a cycle of violence that he was trying to avoid, but at the same time he's scared because if you witness a murder, the murderer saw you, there's a chance he's probably gonna come back for you because, hey, you're a witness, you can get him locked up. No one wants to do jail. And even though he didn't mean to do it, that's not how it came across. But hey, I love to see that. Now that's really all I got for these characters. Next episode will probably be in more depth because we only got to see an hour. It was an hour show. We got there's a lot of characters to break down in here, like 2, 4, 6 characters, and I cut out some characters. But I really like this show. I love how they done how, even though it reminds me of other great shows, it still has its own uniqueness to it, and it is really a great show. Cause I just identified with so many different characters on the show. We see Ronnie was like an informant, snitch, and a bum. I understand it. I don't really understand it, but we don't really just get to see his motives and everything. It drives him where we see he's trying to change his life around. He's trying to stop drinking and everything. But it's cool to see that. I love seeing that, and I hope we get to see more of these characters. The only thing that threw me off is, it didn't even throw me like, was the Coogie situation. I really like Coogie. I wish we'd have more time with him over the season. Maybe they could have waited till like episode 5 or something. I think it's a 10 episode season. So episode 5 would have been a great time to basically give us that depth of Coogie. Cause definitely then it would have been an even more Wallace situation. But beyond that, I feel like, well, I don't know if you guys know who Wallace is. Like Wallace was a character from The Wire, Michael B. Jordan's like character, but kind of like one of his first major roles, and a lot of people connected with Wallace, and then Wallace got killed. And that's how I feel about Coogie. I really connected with Coogie, and then it was just taken away so fast. But beyond that, I really like the show. I really hope this show continues to get going strong. And if you haven't seen it yet, you should definitely check it out. As always, my name is Astøn. You can find me on the Lost Culture YouTube channel. I know I haven't been here recently, but I'm back. Gonna be back. And as always, stay lost.
The fly is open, McFly. The crowd is open, I think I know why. I'm back from the future, seen it with my own eyes. And yup, I'm still the future of the shy. Back in college, I had to get my back about the full time.